Adult single women in this day and age, in 2025, are highly intelligent women. I used to downplay my intelligence, but part of the reason why I'm single is because I'm intelligent. When I talk about intelligence, I'm not just referring to academic accolades. In fact, that probably doesn't even matter very much. I'm talking about consciousness, emotional maturity, integrity, a sense, yes, of right and wrong, self-respect, values dignity. These things are signs of highly intelligent people. I think a lot of the time, women are obviously conditioned and taught that if they are single, there's something wrong with them, right? There's a class that everybody took. Maybe they just weren't there for the class, or they weren't concentrating during the class. I remember actually quite a few sisters who were older than me at the time used to say, like, they wonder if there was a Bible lesson on how to find a husband that they missed, right? Because it felt like this mysterious thing. But when you look at most adult single women, you look at their lives and the evidence of their life, the fruits of their life, they are highly intelligent people. There's no way that you can see the things happening around this world. You can observe historically, politically, socially, the way women are oppressed in their homes, in religion, in society, in the workplace, in healthcare, in education, in every area of life, and not see that you have a choice. When you choose yourself, when you value your self-respect, you value your dignity, you value the fact that you want to feel safe within yourself internally, as well as in terms of your physical environment, the intelligent option and choice is to remain single. Unless you meet somebody who is just as intelligent and conscious, number one, and number two, is aware of these macro factors, is going to make sure in the interpersonal exchanges and interactions that they have with you, they're going to respect you. They're going to show you honor. They're going to show you care and consideration. I think we are highly intelligent beings. And if you as a woman choose to be single in 2025, that's an intelligent choice. You only have to look at the realities of the lives of women who are not using their intelligence. And they choose to go into relationships that ultimately harm them, sometimes physically, emotionally, and mentally, or at the very least restrict their sense of expression and their identity.
This place is stunning. Oh my God, everything they have. I can't even right now. It's so pretty. All the gadgets, everything. I love. Even if you're not someone huge in the kitchen, honey, you will be. Because what? What? This is so nice. To be fair, this is my favorite section. How pretty. Look at all these beautiful pans. Wow. Can you imagine these book cups? Like, oh my God, would you love an espresso? Posh.
I just want to say that I'm so proud of this generation of women, including myself, because I feel like more and more we are realizing that there is just so much more to life than being a wife, than being a mom, than, like raising a family. And I don't want to see no moms and no wives come into my comment section. This is not a shot at you, okay? If that's fulfilling for you, amazing. Not talking about y'all. I'm talking about the women that are choosing themselves. And I think that it's great because when we look at previous generations, right, like even in my family, moms, grandmas, great grandmas, we just see women that just stick through the thick and thin in these marriages, right, where they've been abused and unappreciated and overlooked and silenced. And like, why? It's like a lot of them just aren't happy and they feel like they're stuck in these situations and in these marriages that, leave them with a life that just seems unfulfilling, right? But, now it's like being single is a blessing, okay? Remember that. Being single is not a flaw, it's not a deficiency.
Happy Valentine's, Valentine's. Is there a song for Valentine's that I can sing for you guys? Because I'm always singing up in this bitch. Guys, welcome back to another episode. If you're new here, I'm Caroline Cash and I'm a Ugandan beauty and self-care content creator based in Kampala. You might want to go and check out some of my old clips to get a sense of who I am, who I is, honey buns, because so much has happened. Subscribe, okay? Don't be stingy with your click. Oh honey, I am trying out a new restaurant for Valentine's Day. We are at Seoul, never been. It's so pretty, like truly it is. Like I love just the way they set up. It has like cute outside places, but they are, when I walked in, everything was reserved. I was like, guys, calm down. I'm not here to sleep here. I'm just here to have a beautiful lunch, treat myself and leave. So I'll just be here for strictly an hour, because either way I want to be home, okay? I thought I might treat myself to a cute lunch. I had a hangout yesterday, which was horrible. Like guys, it was terrible, eh? Not to always want to be around people, and also I guess that's why I don't like to hang out with people half the time. It was terrible. I hung out with a friend, and I use that term very loosely, who kept throwing jabs at me, eh? But in this thing of like, I'm kidding, Cara, I'm joking. What am I giving out there that gives you the right to disrespect me? It was just the ghetto. So I woke up feeling a bit uneasy and weird. I didn't do my morning meditation. I think that's the problem. I was very irritable. I was very cranky. I was like, listen, Caroline, let's find a way to get ourselves out of this funk, but this is not cute. I went by Dosh to pick up some items, because hello, happy Valentine's Day to me. We bought a beautiful set of burgundy dishes. I was like, oh my god, way to treat yourself and treat yourself. Honey, they were stunning. I also met the director, the owner of the place. Extremely nice person. Oh my god, super nice. I don't know if they are, which country are they from? The brand is German. I'm not sure the guys, the director who I was speaking to, which country is from, but they were extremely nice to me. He was like, black or burgundy, which do you prefer? I was like, burgundy, come on, I'm a chick, I want that kitchen to look pretty. Guys, I can't believe I'm going to have nice dishes. Oh, they were going to toss the other silver pans the other side, in the cupboard. Like, these ones are the only ones going to stay on display. And I just feel like cookware, it's looking an investment, because are we still cooking from those pans that have no handles? We're still doing that? No. I'm like, if I'm going to live in my own space, I need to get things that are going to last me a bit and that are nice and lovely. So, happy Valentine's Day to me, darling. I just felt like it will be wrong of me not to put out a Valentine's Day post, simply because what my brand stands for is self-care and you choosing yourself on a daily basis, because you come first, honey. It will just be criminal of me not to put out a video and just showing you guys what I'm doing for my Valentine's. Do you know what I mean? As a single girl in these streets. Anyway, yeah, so we're at Seoul. I had never been. I saw their Instagram and it looked really pretty, but they don't have so much. They don't have a lot on their page, which is fine. I'm like, let me just go check it out, but I really hope it's fantastic. The lady gave me a lollipop when I walked. Where is it? But because I've really searched for it, I wanted to show you guys. I walked in at the entrance and she was like, happy Valentine's Day. I was like, oh my god, that is so cute. It says I love you. One of the things that make me happy. Small things make me happy. But I love it. That is cute. And then she said that they're giving out like free drinks, like of course, like just like free drinks, a free cocktail. I was like, that's pretty. She's like, do you take alcohol? I said, yes, bring it. I luckily want to drink today, but I mean, it's free. Why not? Yeah, so I think I'm starving, guys. I came home last night and I legit cooked chicken and Irish. Like I baked. I was using my oven at night at 1 in the morning. I'm a psychopath. So anyway, yeah. So I put some items in the oven. Then I went to take a shower. Then I came back, they were ready. It was just cute. Like I kind of like took care of me before I went to bed, because that nonsense I was in with some people yesterday, no. And I'm like, oh, why do we keep forcing life? I was like, I feel like I already dropped these guys low-key. And you know, when you meet with people and you know for a fact you should no longer be hanging out with them anymore, but you still keep tying and tying. Yesterday is when I released. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm done with this situation. Anyway, so I took care of me. I took like a nice hot bath. I moisturized my skin. I entered bed and I was like, whew, I felt so much better. Okay, I'm going to have, this is what I order every time I go out. I order a piece of fish. That is always what I eat. I never change. I'm like, Bampe or Chinyanja. Because I don't eat Chinyanja a lot. And also, remember when I was telling you that I was cooking last night? I didn't wash anything. I just threw everything there. And which was a mistake. I should have given the gate man my keys and was like, help me clean the kitchen so that I come back to a clean place. But it's whatever. Also, I feel cleaning your place, it's like, I was like, should I give him the keys? But I'm like, no, Bakaro, also you taking care of your environment is also a self-care moment. So I was like, I'll come back, I will take off these clothes, put on some shorts and just chill and then start to really clean. Yeah. So I just dumped everything. Then I was like, I looked at the kitchen in the morning. I was like, then I start cooking. Yeah, let's go out and eat something, bitch. So they have a whole tilapia fillet, fried whole tilapia, topped with their homemade chimichurri sauce. Have you ever had chimichurri? I don't think I've ever had chimichurri. I'd love to taste it. Although what I'm attracted to is the tilapia fillet. They serve it in white wine and shallot sauce. That sounds divine. Honestly, I would want to eat a whole tilapia, but a whole tilapia, Caroline, just have a fillet. Then they also have salmon, salmon steak, lemongrass, teriyaki sauce, and capers. I low-key thought there's a guy who I met, and he pronounced salmon as salmon. I dumped him. But Caroline, will you ever meet someone with the way you're picky in these streets? So someone will be like, honey, you can't afford to be picky. You should be taken off the shelf by now. Guys, I swear, no. One thing I will not do in this life is settle. Hey, is that the drink? Guys, it's in such a small cup. But it's pretty. I think I can do without the straw. Yeah, since it's small. It's okay. I can do without. Yeah. Thank you. Woo! Ooh, ooh, ooh. There's music playing in the background. If I'm caught for copyright, guys, I'll just allow the video to not monetize. It's fine. Anyway, I don't know what is in here, but it's like a cute red drink, very small. I was like, babes, why is this glass so little? It's so little. Oh, hold on, let me adjust this camera. Look at that. It's such a little drink. Remove the phone, it's creating contrast. And yet this is pretty. She hasn't told me the ingredients, so let's just hope it's like a cute drink for reals. What will you order? I'm going to have fish, but I imagine when you go on dates, are there meals that you don't order when you're on a date? Because there are meals I don't order when I'm on dates. I don't order spaghetti. I don't order fish. Because what if you share a kiss at the end of the night and your mouth stinks? So I'll usually have like steak, or I never order wings because then when you're eating, it gets messy. Pork ribs, never order pork ribs on a date, darling. Don't ever do that. It will be embarrassing for you. Have a salad. Or if you're going to have pasta, maybe have a pasta that doesn't pull like that. Maybe you could have like no, this is linguine. What other pasta do they have here? Maybe have like, do they call it penne? Penne? That one. You know what I mean? Have that one. But I never really look at the salmon with the salmon. I never look at the pasta section. I'm really not a fan of pasta, guys. I don't eat pasta all the time like that. It's once in a while. Let's test this. Oh, that is too sweet. Oof. Also, I don't like sweet things. That's why I don't drink cocktails much. But I tasted a Negroni once. It was quite lovely. I like something bitter, like a bit bitter on the bitter end. All right, we're going to have the tilapia fillet with white wine and shallot sauce. Oh, the shallots are onions, right? Well, that'd be good. I'm tempted to order the whole tilapia with a chimichurri, but it's a whole tilapia. How do I order a whole tilapia? That's insane. Or should we order like a steak momentum vibe energy? No chicken. I've overeaten chicken today. I've eaten a lot of chicken for the past few days. I don't see steak here. Where is it? Oh, it looks like they weigh it. They have a beef fillet, beef ribeye, T-bone, lamb chops. So manly. I'm just a girl. You know what? Let's order what let me have a beautiful piece of fish and something. I woke up when I was craving. There's this thing that they serve at the Alchemist. It is, what do they call it? But it is like fish on top of like potatoes, I think. Then it has a bit of bacon. Then they have spinach. Like, honey, it's heavenly. And the porn star martini. Yo. So I woke up, I'm like, maybe let me go there. And like, but I've been to the Alchemist many times. No, I'm not going all the way to Bugolobi. Anyway, it's whatever. Hello. Excuse me, my dear. I'm going to have the tilapia fillet.
This is a whole fish.
No, this one. This is what I want.
Tilapia fish.
Yeah. I know I was tempted to get the whole fish, but I'm like, chenyanja chona?
Yes.
Kwano, that's a lot.
Hey, people don't eat.
Let me have that tilapia fillet, but this shallot sauce, these are onions, huh?
Yeah, just big onions. Just on top.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can put them aside. Just put them aside.
Because I was worried about that. I was like, shallots. Anyway, let me try that. Because that's what I'm craving.
How should we feel about being single? I think singledom is so important. I feel like so often when we find ourselves that we're single, we wish our singledom away looking for someone. Whereas when you're alone, who you are in the silence, when you're doing things that only you want to do, when you're taking care of yourself to hang out with the people that you love without wondering, what someone else might want from you, you're constantly taking care of you. That's when you do your most learning. That's also when you become your most, you're so self-sufficient that when somebody does come along, you're not codependent, nor are you looking for a relationship that's codependent or needing something of you, because you can both be independent in your own, and when you come together, it's wonderful. So that time that's spent alone is so vital to your growth and so important to enjoy the time that you have with yourself.
Being single is better than asking a man to act like a man, okay? Because the second you have to ask, you already lost, all right? You should not be putting in a request form for him to do basic human tasks, okay? You shouldn't have to say, hey, babe, maybe don't ignore my text for 3 days, like you're in the witness protection program, okay? Look, being single is quiet, but in a good way, okay? Nobody asking you to split gas money when you didn't even want to go on the trip. Nobody leaving their socks in your kitchen like it's some, art installation. Nobody crying because you liked Jacob Elordi's Instagram post, okay? And let's be real, half of these dudes, they want credit for things they should be doing anyway. Like oh, I paid half of the rent this month. Congratulations, you're a tenant, not a provider. Okay, or I didn't cheat on you. Congrats again. You're operating at the baseline level of human decency. Do you want a parade? I mean, so here's the thing. When you're single, you don't have to remind anyone to act like a man. Okay, you just have peace. You watch your little shows, and all your groceries in the fridge are exactly where you left them. Okay, so peace will always be hotter than begging a grown man to pick up his wet towel.
It's better to be single with the Lord than in a relationship where you can't hear him. God told me it's better to be in isolation than be with company and barely hear me. In the normalcy of being loved carelessly, God reminded me what it meant to be loved fully. While I was following the loudest yes, I never noticed how the love of a worldly man will never give you rest. That it planted stress in my chest before it ever ended. That it made me step outside of God's will before it even began. How many women don't pray to find God, but pray to find a better man? They think love is within the palm of a man's hands when the cross still stands. Some women are leaning into God's whisper because they know if they got a bit closer, they find the right answer. But they still choose wrong because they've been with him for too long. They lean into what they want to hear because they can't give up all the years. But God isn't calling you to be alone. He's calling you to come home. You keep thinking God's just trying to pull you in the opposite direction, when at the end of the destination is your salvation. I remember when he came and got me, when it meant more to follow his decree than let another man hold me, when it meant more to have his peace than to hold on to how much a man meant to me. We have his love inside of us, and that's why we love so much.
Guys, wow. Wow, 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 wow. I just got home. And I gave you to see the mess. Let me first show you my mess before anything else. I think even the gate man having carried my items up. Meanwhile, my stuff. Having carried everything, I think was like, was this woman fighting by herself last night while she's cooking? Look at the mess. I can't wait to clean up and just organize, because that's not good for my mental health right now. Like seeing this mess, I'm like, this is not me. Anyway, we are home. Can I tell you what happened to us? Hold on, let me organize this camera. Can I tell you what happened to the Uber thingy? Where is my kettle? Let me be boiling water, because also when you're washing things with fat, you need to pour hot water over, because that fat really gets off. So, and I felt sorry for the Uber guy, and he was like a kind man. And yeah, first of all, I noticed he was wearing a ring. I was like, why are you in this mess on Valentine's? So, when you're coming to my place, there is a curve when you're turning. That curve, I have been in 3 Ubers so far that have knocked a border guy because of that curve. So usually it's like if you're coming, it's best to do what? Is this thing on? Oh. It's best to, when you're driving, you put same as the rider, but the rider came in full speed and we banged. I was like, oh my god, I got an accident on Valentine's. I mean, an accident on Valentine's. Oh my god. Anyway, so the guy came in full speed, knocked. This guy jumped out, grabbed his keys, held the border, and then everyone kuchalo came. You know how people have no. The way I saw a woman who was standing there, like, she will came, and we all stood there and started contributing to that gist. I was like, people have nothing to do. You just come and stand there and start gisting. Then there was a drunkard. Oh, it was the ghetto. I was like, oh my god, get me out of here. Like, they cannot wrap up like this. It can't. After the pretty lunch we had. A little review on the restaurant. Let's leave that drama alone, because today is just about positive energy, bitch. A little review on Seoul. I had never been to Seoul restaurant. I had seen pictures. They don't have much on their Instagram, but it was quite nice. Whatever it is they were sharing. Oh, someone said I shouldn't put hot water on the thing. It tends to rust. Gosh, I'm such a mess. I should have left my keys with a get man for real so that they could clean this place and then I come back when everything is cute, but I didn't. Anyway, yeah. So I went there. It was really nice, but I got all the places are reserved. I was like, guys, I'm not going to stay here for hours. I'm just here for lunch and I'm leaving as soon as possible. So even if you give me a table that's reserved, let me first eat in the meantime, then leave. Because all these people who are reserved, I'm not coming at the same time. How about you take it? So they speak to the supervisor, they come back, they give me a table. I'm like, great. So that's where we start. Put these things here. Anyway, yeah, so that's where we start. And you know, we had a blast. This was quite pretty, quite fun. I just truly enjoyed hanging out with myself today. It was just the prettiest date ever. And I kept thinking to myself, these are the dates I want. Oh, take it. I see video of Chibara, because yesterday I was in Chibara and it just went left. And I was like, Kylie, the woman we are becoming doesn't belong in these places like this. Like, this is where we should be. Like, you know, what a nice fillet, a nice glass of juice, you know, take cute pictures. Like, I want that for myself. I'm sick of this ghetto ass vibe. So I forgive myself for going and dealing with that situation yesterday. We start anew, honey. We start anew. Yeah, but I was worried about the onions, the shallot sauce with the onions. I was so worried, but they were actually quite nice. I loved that meal so much. It was excellent. The chick who was my server was excellent. I even tipped. Honey, leave a tip. Always leave a tip, darling. Don't be out here embarrassing me. Always leave a tip. But again, me, I'm the type of person where I give tips where it's due. If it was shitty service and you were not paying attention, got turned up, no tip. I only give people who are attentive, who keep checking on me. You know, at some point you come, you're like, oh, madam, how is the meal? You know, you check in on some girl. People tell her take it and fine dining. They don't understand what that means. You know? I've been to restaurants where even the chef at some point comes. Actually, that is how one of my friends met her man. He was a chef. And meanwhile, I'm looking at that guy and I'm like, oh my God, he's so cute. So I'm there flirting. Was the guy on me? He was focused on my friend. I mean, she was quiet. She was just like... So they end up legit dating for real. They even have a child. Life, eh? Anyway, he was German. So yeah, the chefs come, they have a bit of a convo with you. You know what I mean? I love that energy. I love it. And I love it for myself. And I want that for myself. And that is what we are going to give ourselves, okay? Yeah. Anyway, before anything else, before we sign out, because I really, like you guys have seen my dishes, everything is dirty. I don't like it. Actually, you know what? Let me first clean. Then I log in again, okay? Darling, but I did it. I did it. How stunning, right? Super clean. Everywhere is wiped. Oh, I finally put my spices into my tiny jars. So cute. Yeah, so everything is squeaky clean. I also poured myself a drink. I love that. Woo! I'm so pleased with myself. Good for you, Carlin. See, now we are feeling much better, okay? I feel so great now. Like, oh my God. A mess? I can't do a mess. Carlin Cash doesn't do messes, honey. I first tie this cut up. This outfit, I just wish I'd ordered it in medium. I ordered it in large and I wanted something a bit more free, but it just wasn't. Just tie a knot. I'm not looking like a cabbage, but give a little condition for ourselves. This is the life, child. This is the life. Let me show you some of the items that we got from Dosh. Is it Dolce or Dosh? Although I really didn't want to unbox that much because it's I also want to do content around it. So that's content I'll be doing tomorrow. We got ourselves a beautiful chopping board with a gorgeous knife. What is this? Is this also a knife as well? What is that? So giving like a 2-in-1 of sorts, but I just love that it's red. They were like, we have green as well. I was like, no, darling, I'm a red girl. Thank you. I don't know if it's because of Valentine's and the flowers everywhere and the red, that's why I chose red, but green, yuck. And then we also got ourselves a beautiful chopper, because you know, I'd be cutting vegetables, like my life depends on it. And this chopper is crazy. Apparently it's just, it can also cut meat. Can you do? Oh, that's insane. Actually, this one was on display, so she just, did she put it in a, yeah. But look at how pretty those veggies look at the top, right? Those are the ones I'll be chopping here, and it just looks like it's not this ketchup and chopper, honey, that you're used to. This is like another, okay? So cute. I'll be doing an unboxing for that, and such. That's filming for tomorrow. And then we also got, woo, this is what I'm excited about. I'm so excited. Oh my god. Happy Valentine's Day to me, bitch. It's a carousel set. Can you do? Look at that. Honey. And they're like, we have black and burgundy. I was like, burgundy, please. Honey, I have to, everything just has to look super classy and good looking in the kitchen. So honey, when you're cooking some dinner for some guests coming over, it's just a vibe. Can I open this? Oh, wait, how? It's so sealed, but I ain't got a sealing. If my mom sees this, you know, I've been calling my mom the whole day. I don't know who was having her phone. I've called and called, she's not picking. I wanted to wish her a happy Valentine's. Maybe I should send her a Valentine's Day message so she can see it. And I mean a message, you know? Cash money, baby. Woo! Honey, this is for unboxing tomorrow, guys. I'm sorry. I'll be sure to share the clip. But also I feel I have a lot of Instagrammers here who follow me, so you'll see it on Instagram. Although I did get a separate pan as well. We got a new pan also, which is a dosh. Just look at the detail. Look at that. So classy. Honey, when I tell you, Cara is going to be making some recipes. Also, I'm just planning to buy a cookbook that I can have here. I love this for myself. Okay. We also got ourselves an air fryer because, guys, you know how I love our green fryer. It has followed us everywhere. We have staycation with it. It's tired. And also something I wanted to show you. But let me first show you this air fryer. This is how it looks, right? Look at that. Huge. Honey, when I tell you that chicken wings, we're going to be salivating with my screen all day, every day. Okay? Alright. Am I ready to unplug this yet? Because we won't be needing this, darling. But let me show you what I mean. My green air fryer has been beautiful, but it said to rust at the bottom. Do you see that? And that used to bug me. And I did, because my mom in the beginning was like, aren't you afraid it's going to start scraping? And I was like, no, it will be fine. I'll just throw food in and cook before I got parchment paper. Girl, it's a shame. So, yeah. That is whatever I did. I was thinking that I would send the other... I was thinking, hold on, let me close this just so we can sit in the living room, have a bit of like a girl moment. I was thinking, let me close this thing. I was thinking that, it looks so good. Oh my god, bitch. Oh, bitch. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the cooking content? Carousel sets. People are not ready. people are not ready for the content that's coming. You know, I packed the food that I had at that restaurant. And also, oh my god, guys. When I'm seated there, the lady comes, she's like, hey, happy Valentine's Day. We are offering a free dessert for all our guests. I was like, wait, for real? No. Sorry, it overmoved in the car. But you get that? How pretty! I don't look at the smash part. And it was already together, like, oh, now it has fallen to the side. Ugh, I hate that. But you get the gist. They gave me a cake. I was like, you guys are so sweet. So I packed my fish. I packed everything. I couldn't finish the food. Also, their rice was really good, but couldn't eat much. Every time when I've been out, like on a night out, the next day, I struggle to eat. But we can have that for supper. All is well. Let me put this in the fridge for now, quick. And you can warm it later. Tugenda kulia. Oh, I really have a tiny fridge, I noticed. I need a bigger one. Anyway, what were we speaking about? So, with the other pans that I have, I was like, should I just send them home? Because those pans came as a set of 7. There were 2 really, really big pans as well, but I left them. They were huge. I was like, I'm never going to cook food in those pans, so let me leave them here. So I'm thinking maybe I also take the rest of the set home alongside that fryer. I'm like, guys, good luck. But then in my head I was like, but Carol, because you know I'm planning to host my family here for Easter. I want Mommy Bear to come and check out my spot. So I want to host them for Easter. I want everyone to wear white. And then I want to hire a photographer to come and do like pictures and stuff. And hopefully with those pictures, those are the ones that I'll be hanging in the house because I do want my family in my space. And then we do like a career, like videographer really does his thing, like a nice like family thing. Monsabide, because money talks. Money talks, because we can't even sit at the terrace, but that's for booking like chairs and stuff. Hold on, I'm trying my extra battery. My battery here is warning. I think I'm still gisting with you guys. I'm listening to some R&B music. I've reduced the volume, but they do this thing where like there's a DJ and then she has guests. It's like a house party of sorts, eh? And then like people are just vibing, whatever. It's just so cool. We need to do shit like this. Man, look at this guy here in the corner. Yeah, but it's a vibe. Usually I listen to jazz music, but I was just in the mood for like a cute R&B moment because you know it's our day. It's our day. How precious. Let me grab my drink. So we can have like a chit chat. I really hate that my cake has fallen to the side and I hadn't even taken a picture of it just yet. That sucks. But I'm an aesthetic girly, honey buns. I live for the aesthetics. I just love everything put together nicely. And I honestly believe that oh, that's good. I honestly believe that you should. Why isn't this thing charging? Hold up, I didn't charge my battery as well. Doesn't seem like me. Crap. Let's just. Oh, Mommy has been calling. 2 missed calls. Let's be charging the camera while we speak because the battery is warning hardcore. Okay. I don't even know now if it's charging. Is it? Why is my battery still warning? Wait, is it charging? Suppose it has a reading. Anyway, if it blacks out, we shall see what to do. I love the aesthetics. I love things that are put together. I love like even I don't know if you guys see my Instagram mostly because that's where I've been posting. Even eating on a plate, I want it presented a certain way. I'm not going to get food and just like overload it. You know, like when you go to weddings and they put meat, never take a cochinyeva and they take the chapati, then they put watermelon. Girl, I can't. I always want my food presented well because I eat with my eyes first. So even like when you're doing those tiny small things for yourself, like those things matter. I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those things of you want things a certain way and you deserve the best 100%. So even just plating your food and you're going to eat it, but even the way you present it, even the way you cook for yourself, you do it with love. Do you understand? But I think that Lincoln has full-blown become a content creator. I was actually on the phone with him yesterday. He's so cool. Lincoln is the proprietor of Azaria. We got to meet when we collaborated last year for soiree. And I used to just see his content and stuff, and I would wonder about him. And when I met him, the same way I used to think about him in my head. Like, those people who you meet and you imagine that, oh, I think they're like this, and you meet them and they're exact way you imagined. Exact. That is him. He has a very interesting aura about him in a beautiful way. Like, I'm very fascinated by his energy. It's so nice, it's so calm. So I wanted to have like a chit chat with you guys because it's Valentine's Day. I was like, I can't believe this is now like my I'm really clocking 10 years without dating. I'm really getting there, and it's very possible, by the way. And in a way, I kind of love that because I've never been a person where that when I'm out of a relationship today, I'm in a new one next week. Like that person, I've never been, and in a way, I love that I've never been. The guys that I have dated, I've dated 3 guys that were extremely serious, where it could have gone somewhere. They have been 3 in my entire 36 years of age. They've been 3. And those are the ones that I consider serious, because if we got to talking, we chatted here and there, we went like, but it didn't really get there. I don't count that. I just feel it was a complete waste of my time. That is why I say I haven't dated in over, well, I would say that now. The truth of the matter is, it does get lonely a lot, like a lot. But I remember thinking to myself, I was like, it gets lonely, and also there are hoodlums out in these streets. Like, guys, dating is so annoying. Every time I've tried it again, things were just, people were annoying me. I was like, back to my cocoon, thank you, bye. It's like, it's just so not it. And then I remember thinking to myself, it's like, I hope that all these experiences that you've had that haven't been great, let me hope that when someone presents themselves and they approach you, like, you treat them like this brand new person. I don't want to meet someone and then be like, hey, that's what all of you guys do. Like, hey, you start projecting like shit. You dealt with the other guy, you're treating this guy the same because you're like, all men are the same. Do you know that thing? I was like, I always pray about it. I'm like, I really wish that when I find my person, I am very open to it. I'm very, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just excited to get to know this person in that way without projecting some of the shit that I've been through. Am I making sense? I hope so. Yeah, so it has been that, and also just I feel the loneliness comes in when I want to like share, like if something has happened and it's so exciting and it's so nice. Aside from the friends who you call, I like there's a kind of like that thing that you crave, like with that person. It's something your family can't give you, and it's something that your friends can't give you, but it's that relationship vibe, love vibe. It's that thing. So that's the time where I really feel lonely, and I also realize that I'm a special kind of person. I'm not for everyone. I've said this here many times. I'm not for everyone, and I like it that way. Because I'm not for everyone, I am looking for a special kind of person. I'm looking for a special person. And also, I think the reason why I'm not that person who jumps into relationships so fast is because I am looking for that special someone. Now, some people are going to come at me and be like, oh, but Karen, no one's perfect. Bitch, I know, because even I am not perfect. But I don't know. I'm just looking for someone that is, oh gosh, even saying looking just sounds so depressing. Looking, why am I looking? Like, okay, if I do find my person, I want someone that is smart, has a zest for life, someone who is curious, because I'm also a curious person. Yeah. I'm a sapiosexual, darlings. I like brains first. I rarely see the physicals, me. And even when I've met cute guys, For me, like, you just eye candy to me. Like, I'm like, oh, he's so cute to look at. You know what I mean? But to date you, no. I mean, if you're smart and then you're also good looking at the same time, hey, but also beauty and like good looking, whatever, all that physical stuff, all that is relative because everyone has their taste, right? You have what you like, you like you might see something and you're like, katecho chinkolera. Me, I'm like, nah. Do you understand? Like, we have different tastes. You know, it's one of those things where, like, even when you go shopping, you don't know what you're looking for, but you're like, when I see it, I will know. So that's the vibe I be in. You know, we could sit here and you're like, oh, I want someone who is what do they say? All those things that people say, who is kind, who is compassionate, who is all those things, because they're all great and we hope for all those things. But me, I'm like, when I see it, I will know. But I haven't seen anything yet, to be honest. I think this Kampala is the ghetto. Kampala is the ghetto. Like, guys, if I'm to ever sit here and but also I don't want to put my business out there like that, but like, if I'm to give you stories, the bar is in hell. The bar is in hell. It's in hell, and it doesn't even past hell to, it's the bar is just not there anymore, which sucks. You know, for us, we're kind of like hoping for that special kind of treatment. Woo! But in the meantime, how do we maintain a good relationship with ourselves? Because it starts with us, right? Doesn't it? It starts with us. And honey, in the past, when I haven't, before, like, I got on this whole journey of trying to be more self-aware, to be more present, to take care of me first. Before I was on this journey, honey, I was a desperate bitch in the streets. Like, because I hadn't dated for so long, even a guy being nice to me, I'll be like, oh my God. That's why we say you have to choose yourself first. Because if you take care of yourself, if you buy yourself flowers, if you go to fancy restaurants, do you know what I mean? You do all these things for yourself. When someone comes and they're just doing the bare minimum, you will recognize it immediately. You say, yeah, no thanks. Because you already do that for yourself. What are you going to add to my life, honey? What are you going to add? I take myself out on dates. Love that so much. And I feel that's super important, because when you meet this person and you're dating a wagwan, you know what's right, because you've been there. So it's no longer, and also you won't get what they call it, like, you won't have that Kamalo energy. You took me to Mediterranean, honey, Inga, you've gone to Mediterranean a million times. It's nothing. Do you understand? So you won't be easily impressed. Okay, it will be bare minimum energy. So that's why I take myself out on dates. Also, taking yourself out on a date and paying for it, honey, and even leaving a tip. Honey, when nonsense comes, that 50-50 nonsense. Sorry guys, I don't support 50-50 crap. It's bullshit. It's like, be a man. Okay, be a man, sir. Pay. Okay, thank you for hanging out with me on Valentine's Day. I hope you had a beautiful Valentine's Day, darling. Until the next one, bye.